save yourself. Yeah, the jig is out there, put it in our hopes. Yeah, now save yourself. Yeah, the lying bastard never was reborn.
Watching Superskum.com, I'm Carlos Raleigh. I'm here with the goddamn Gallows, and we're going to do a little roll call over here. Go Baby G over there. We got Fish Cuts, we got Joe,
Present.
Avery, and Mikey over here.
Wow.
Thank you guys in this most unusual setting in the middle of this fucking staircase. The band originally was Lansing, Detroit, right?
Yeah.
The few members when we started.
Practically.
And then you guys moved from there to Portland.
Yeah,
and
the
you
first
went
shows we played in
to
Portland.
LA, and then you lived in fucking cars for 4 years touring, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you guys finally situated somewhere? Are you still running around in cars? Where's the band established right now?
Oh, we decided to split up and get away from each other when we're not touring.
We're in five different states.
Why the original move? I mean, you go from a city like Detroit, and you were looking for just expanding the fan base. You were looking for different markets. Going to Portland didn't work. What happened there? Going to LA? As far as the beginnings of the band.
Oh, originally we had the idea to start the band in Lansing, but we never actually did anything. And I ended up going out to Portland, and then a couple years later, Mikey came out, and we started it out there with a different drummer. And she didn't really want to tour. We did a couple tours, and it didn't really work out too good, so we decided to move down to Los Angeles, and we got Baby Genius to come out and meet us.
Yeah.
That was Amanda, I think, right?
Yeah, Amanda Kill. Yeah, she was the original drummer.
She's more pleasant than me.
She was a lot more pleasant than you are. We probably made a big mistake. And going to LA was a pretty big mistake because I was pretty miserable.
It was very miserable.
Worst 2 years of my life.
You think you're actually reaching more fans all the time?
It seems like it.
Playing
you know?
everywhere, and then they're coming to the bigger shows.
Yeah.
It's a
But we
pretty
don't want
slow,
people to get
steady-
sick of us,
Yeah. It's been a slow, steady increase with people coming out and just sticking with it.
How else do you actually measure the band's success, the continuous success, if you will? Is it because bigger crowds, because album sales, just more people following you?
No, bad.
I'm just getting myself.
We're doing the beer fountain over here.
Equipment.
I guess I don't know, having a lot of people show up and having a good time and getting crazy is pretty much the best judge of a show. I mean, we've played in front of a lot of people, and there wasn't a lot of movement, or people didn't seem like they were that into it. And we played in front of like 15 people that were going nuts, and sometimes that's like a much better show.
Muddy Roots Music Festival, right? And basically, you've played there before the last 3 years. So how can you pretty much describe the experience of a festival like that?
Well, it started out just basically the bands playing at Muddy Roots first year. It was an introduction to a lot of like-minded bands, and we made a lot of new friends from that experience. And then it just kind of built from there, and the crowd and new friends and fans started building up out there. So it's pretty cool.
Every year it gets better.
Yeah.
It's expanded exponentially.
It was cool. It was like the first year. It was like there was a lot of bands that we knew from all over the country, and it was the first time that like all of a sudden like everyone was in the same spot. It just kind of blew everyone's mind, like all this shit's going on, and so many fucking good bands. Like,
how well organized was the festival? Is it actually getting to be a pretty serious festival? Like you said, it's small, but it's still.
It's
getting there.
It's getting there.
It's getting there.
it's just small. It's like probably 3 or 4 people were had the reins or whatever, and it went pretty smoothly. There was no major blow-ups or major catastrophes. Everyone knows each other. Like everyone, tries to take part and make sure things run smoothly. And
Well, in Farmageddon Records, it's a very small label, and I like to preface that with I love their slogan that says "Fuck corporate music" on their webpage, and they also use CD Baby, which is an independent music store as well, which is really good support for a lot of different artists out there. So basically, how's been the relationship with the record label? I mean, who's part of the record label right now? Is it a continuous collaboration? How does it work? I mean, I know it's a co-op type of mentality of a record label, which is good, a cooperative with all the artists contributing one way or another. How has it been working with them?
Oh, Darren runs Farmageddon. He's a good old friend of ours. used to book us out in Montana when we first started touring out there.
Dirty old.
So that's how we met him, and he had this bright idea of starting up a record label. So we went with it, man.
How's it worked out? Is it expanding, or is
They've helped us put out shit. Three different records, put out vinyl. They've backed us up like shit. Even before we even put out a record, they put out a compilation CD to help us with some legal problems we were having, and just to have someone back us up that quick, before they'd ever even done anything with us was awesome, because we were in a real tight jam, and they've helped us out from the beginning.
your fan base? You guys don't really fit into one music genre, not that you have to either. You guys have many different styles that you incorporate, many different, musical components that you decide to incorporate into your own sound. As far as fans and concerts, what do you mostly see? Is it any particular group? Do you see anything across the board? Is it all kinds of crazy guys?
It's usually just people that are like fanatical about their music and their bands, you know what I mean?
People with poor taste is our predominant fan.
You see
Not
more
much
punk,
fun.
you see more metal, you see more country, you see more
it's
bluegrass.
really mixed.
It's all over the place. It's all over the
Gigantic
place, man.
collaboration of everyone of mixed backgrounds and
It's pretty cool.
appreciation
I mean,
of varied music.
we've had, people 60, 70 years old at our shows that are into it, you know what I mean? And young
That one
kids.
chick, 102 years old, dancing
What?
in Redding, California.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
102?
Yeah.
We had a granny stripper
One
time.
dedicated fan. The new album's complete. It was actually being offered digitally, like a month before the street date, as part of basically what was called the Baby G Defense Fund, right? Whoever contributed to that, then they got the digital version of the album.
Yeah.
So before we go into that one real quick, can you give the fans some info about the new album? Album title, when is it coming out, where will it be available?
The Maker.
It's called The Maker. We're not exactly sure when we're going to release it. Might be around Christmas time. We're kind of kicking around that idea right now. The art is getting worked on right now. All the music's done. It's mixed, mastered, and ready. It's completely different than any other record we've done.
And compared to your previous 4 studio albums, what to expect on the new one?
It's a lot harder. From what people have been saying, they think it's a lot harder than all the other albums.
Any new
It doesn't
elements?
sound like anything
or-
we've done. It's completely different.
More Satanism.
Joe had a much bigger hand in writing this time. Seven Devils sort of just came in, not at the last minute, but was sort of like a
A couple days
more
beforehand.
peripheral support. He just added things here and there. But this one, he wrote the title track and
And you're a permanent band member now, right?
Yeah.
He ain't going nowhere. Scorpion Joe ain't going nowhere.
You guys included a cover of Townes Van Zandt's "Waiting Around to Die" and Seven Devils, and basically you also have the cover with Black Eyed Vermilion, the Venoms in League with Satan, and that 7-inch split that you're actually selling outside. Any covers for the new album? Anything you decided to do this time around?
No, we're not putting any covers on this one, actually.
No covers on this one, but
This is the first record we
there's
haven't
going
done
to be a
that.
compilation on Farmageddon, hopefully coming out, that we'll have a cover on.
It'll be a label compilation or a best of from the band? or-
It's a label compilation. Yeah, they're taking all the bands on the label, and everyone's gonna do a cover of a certain band,
Okay.
which we're not telling you what.
Whoa.
I mean, we could.
I just got a sampler from
$5, I'll tell
Farmageddon,
you.
and there's a song from you guys in there, but I
Oh
don't know
shit!
if
It's
that's
Joe
the
Henry
one.
from the Calamity Cubes. Oh shit!
What's up, man? Right quick.
And we have another guest all the way up there. Hey, welcome, man. Going back to the Baby G Defense Fund.
I got this one, guys.
Well, no. In a good way, you managed to raise almost $6,500 from 325 contributors. So, did you finally clear your legal issues?
I am 100% free and legal.
So you can travel outside of the country, which is holy shit.
I'm going to come and see all you European fucks next.
Yeah, we're aiming for Europe, man. Next year, hopefully.
Cities
Yep.
and your countries.
That's the big plan. We're done with the States for a while. Fuck that
that
shit.
it worked and that the money was able to be raised, you know, and in this case,
A lot of people
for-
came
Did
through.
not actually
Just-
spend all the money on crack and hookers.
That was a lie.
As was reported.
You have to bail them out
Just
from
like a
now
third
on.
of
huh?
like a third of it.
It's like, not again, motherfucker.
So, what's next for the band as far as the new album, touring for the new album? If it comes out in December, you said some European plans up there. What's going on with the band? The future. Can
The
you tell us?
tour's ending at Muddy Roots, and at the moment we don't have any plans for touring for possibly quite some time. We
We might even break up.
Who knows?
We're breaking up.
Yeah,
we already quit.
Break it
Yeah.
up. And at the end of the show, we're all taking strychnine.
Yep.
So
Perfect.
buy albums right now. Is this live? Is this live?
Fire it up.
Is this live?
We had a
They're gonna break up, and they're gonna
Maybe I'll
online
real
date
quick.
for a while, and then they're gonna get back together.
yeah.
'cause
You
that's
know
the
how
way
it
it
goes.
is, right?
You've seen it a million times. It's nothing new. We ain't fooling nobody.
Like, please support these, and I mean that in the most positive way, these motherfucking goddamn Gallows. And the Roots Music and Farmageddon Records. And thank you guys very much for doing this very
man.
unorthodox
Thank you. Thank you.
interview over here. Thank our guest all the way up there.
Joey Henry.
Got George Cubes.
Who do you think is handsomest? You decide. If you think TV's Avery's handsomest,
Nah.
text 555 TV's Avery kicks your ass, you dumb idiot. And vote now.
See the church is burning down. Yeah,